Hello everybody, hello, can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Sorry for the delay, yeah, I was late for 4 minutes I think. My computer sadly doesn't work anymore, and I had to restart it, so yeah, and definitely tell me if my voice is fine, if the music is too loud, or if I'm too loud. I'll fix it before the stream starts going. Let me watch my own stream as well, just make sure the sound is all good. Yeah, welcome everybody, welcome. Hold on. Let me watch my own stream real quick. 1 second. Mic test. Seems like it's fine. Perfect. Yeah, welcome everybody, welcome. Let me show myself real quick. Hello, welcome. Yeah, again, sorry for the delay. There was some technical difficulties, so, let me just make sure everything's all good. So, today we'll be going over, Barbatos, as well as the two new, Pilot Awaken, or it's not even really that new anymore, but the latest two Pilot Awakens, so. And of course, this is also a Q&A, so feel free to ask me any questions. And if you're watching this in the future, everything I talked about will be time-stamped in the comments and in the description. And if you want to ask me anything and you didn't go on the live stream, you can always ask me in our Discord. The links is also in the description. So yeah, welcome everybody, welcome. Alright, so. While we're waiting for some people, there's 4 people right now, I think. Yeah, while we're waiting for some people, let's go over some news that is coming into Ian right now. So, let's go on Discord. So, Triple Class is coming. This means that Shingeta Robot Retrofit, Shingeta Dragon Retrofit might be coming soon. And Shingeta Dragon is a pretty awesome mecha for a good while, even in NC, so definitely something to look forward to, is especially if you already have Shingeta Dragon, and even if you don't have it, you know, there's one copy that you can get by development. So what else? And of course, you know, Barbatos is the one that we were talking about today. And if you want to know more about Rebellio, again, I have guide on Rebellio. I also talked about the 3 mecha on my last live stream, so yeah, today we'll be going over these two new what's called Pilot Awaken, as well as, of course, you know, Barbatos. So let me see how many people are there right now. Just want to make sure. Oh, 8 people. Alright, you know what? Then let's start with Barbatos then. Alright, so Barbatos. Where's Barbatos? So oh wow, my account, my other account isn't hot right now. Alright, so hold on. Where do we go to Barbatos? So, again, definitely tell me if the music is too loud. I will fix it, you know, before the streams got going. So, alright, so Barbatos. So, I think the general consensus right now for Barbatos is that it is bad. I think based on some of the things that people have said in the official Discord. Oh yeah, hello Yoku, hello, welcome. I think sounds fine. Alright, perfect. Alright, awesome, okay. So yeah, Barbatos, definitely a menacing looking mecha though. Holy crap, it's nothing like, you know, the Barbatos that we know, like from Gundam and or from Kenshin. they're kind of green as well and stuff. Alright, well, so, you know, let's start with its, how should I start this? So, a lot of people think it's bad, but personally, I don't think it is, you know, that terrible. It's just that, you know, when it combined with some other pilots, it might be better, like the future, you know, Byron Awaken as well. But now, because Ian doesn't have those kind of mecha yet, Barbatos might seem a little bit, a little bit more, not as optimal, I should say, compared to some other mecha with, you know, better gimmicks. Because, to be honest, Barbatos' gimmicks are not that, special, and although it does gain a lot of final defense, if, you know, final defense alone is not gonna cut it, I guess. If you know what I'm saying. So, alright, so, you know, let's start with the chassis. So the chassis basically start at each or at the start of each battle, Barbatos absorb 9% final damage from all enemies combined and turn them into self. Additionally, Barbatos will generate a force field for 5 seconds, blocking all range attack. Well, that's just kind of like the usual chassis for solo mode mecha. So what's crazy about this one is that it basically gains a 36% final defense increase while at the match start. And also, of course, it will strip the 9% final defense for all of the all the opponents. This skill alone are pretty freaking broken even into this meta because final defense is final defense calculate after after firm steel, right? So you would just take a lot less damage overall, basically. So definitely a very oppressive mecha, but again, right? This skill, sure, it is pretty high. Like, it is pretty high, and if you pair it with some other mecha that also can give you a lot of final defense, can be pretty broken. Like, Barbatos would just not take much damage at all. However, this alone, right? This alone is not gonna cut it, right? This alone is, just minusing damage alone is not gonna cut it. Especially when the best way to defend yourself in this game right now is to not take damage at all in the first place. So, but again, it's still a very oppressive move, especially when combined with some build or some mecha that also gains a lot of final defense. But yeah, this move is just very strong, very strong. And the second one is also something that and the second chassis is also pretty good on the surface. So plus final defense or plus final damage dealt plus 1% once per 2 seconds for 120 seconds. Upon death of an enemy, Barbatos will replenish its action 30% immediately and recover his health for 30%. This skill might sound pretty good, this whole chassis might sound pretty good in the surface. However, in a real battle, is this gonna really work? Because final damage dealt plus 1% for 120 seconds. That is pretty slow, if you ask me. Yeah, it's pretty slow if you ask me. It might be good at the end. Even today, I don't think much battle will go on for 120 seconds, and the final damage dealt only increases for 60% if you calculate it. It's a lot of final damage plus, of course, but that's not gonna come in handy when mecha now just die instantly, or this will only really work if you can make your Barbatos survive until the end of the battle, and for it to I guess even then, if a mecha can survive until that late into the battle, I don't think final damage really matters anymore. I think at that point it's not really about final damage or about their final defense. It's more about their iframe training abilities or some gimmicks or some other gimmicks that they have that can make them survive that long. Therefore, I don't think this really works on that or in a PvP setting. And even in PvE, it's not that useful because in PvE, no battle can go up to 120 seconds. Or usually 120 seconds are the limits of most PvE battles. So this chassis is just kind of in a little bit bad state because it kind of just doesn't matter at all, right? It kind of just doesn't matter. And of course, upon enemy death, it's good, but again, it also doesn't really matter, right? In the 4v4 setting, how many times can this skill actually work? And God forbid if you are the one losing. If you're the one losing, then I don't think this skill will activate at all either. And this skill isn't something that will immediately change the type of battlefield as well, right? HP recovered by 30% is good, but there are so many other skills that you can use to regenerate your HP. And action cooldown replenished by 30%. Also, there's so many skills that can replenish your action cooldown CD, and it's only activated once when your opponent's died. It just doesn't really matter that much. The only time that I can see this really matters is in a normal battle where where there's a lot of grunts that you need to destroy in a normal PvE setting. Other than that, this skill, again, this whole chassis I think is really a bomb. I think it's just I wish it could be something else, something that can enchant with its first chassis that will, that will increase more final defense, making it just not take much damage at all, making it just take so little damage at all. But even then, I don't even think this chassis is as good as, say, Shin Dragons, right? Shin Dragon, you can also stack a lot of final defense on Shin Dragon, make it take not that much damage. But the difference between this one and Shin Dragon is that Shin Dragon actually regenerate whenever he takes damage. This one only reduces the damage and doesn't really have any sustainability. Therefore, it's not that special. It's just not that special. In German main Kane style, but by Barbatos, maybe because he needs support in the team. So we need to talk about Icey. We're talking about Icey soon after Barbatos, and hello Megs. When is Shin Dragon coming to out on EN? Oh, it's coming out soon because the triple color have been announced. So, which is the reason why I'm trying to do Barbatos ASAP. So I can talk about Shin Dragon in my next live stream. So anyway, basically, the chassis for Barbatos is just huge amount of final defense. Also, strip down their final defense, which is pretty good. But again, the defense, the defense into this meta are iframes and firm steel. And firm steel, you're probably gonna take like 100 damage or 200 damage at most, and minus 30% of that doesn't really matter in my opinion. I think. Of course, there's a lot of multi hits and. If you reduce all of those multi hits about 30%, then of course that is a lot. But in a grand scheme of things, it's not that important. I should say. And another downside is that Barbatos absorb 9% final damage for all enemies. This is only at the start of each battle. That means Mecha, like say in 6v6, right? Mecha that comes later will not be affected, and even sometimes the boss that comes later will also not be affected. You know how the battle right now for this one, right? For Barbatos, because most of the battle for this one come out a little bit after all of our Mecha is on the field. That means you couldn't use Barbatos as a sacrifice as well, because this first chassis will not activate effect if there's no enemy on the field. It will, basically, in order for this skill to activate, Barbatos had to be on stage, or the enemy had to be on stage the moment Barbatos is also on stage. Therefore, you couldn't even use it as a PvE sacrifice or as a PvP funnel. There is another reason why it is not that good in PvE either. So, which is the reason why a lot of people think that Barbatos is not, it's not that good because, it's not that special, right? Why would you use Barbatos when you can use things like, Shin Dragon and stuff like that, right? However, I just said that, what's it called? It's still not bad, again, if you combine this skill with some other final defense, increase, then it will just not take much damage at all, right? It will just not take much damage at all. But again, there are still better defensive abilities that other Mecha has. Its weapon is also nothing too special. It has 2 fist melee. That means you can combine it with claw or maybe even super robot fist if you really want to. But claw is generally the best in my opinion, especially for PvP. And good thing, good thing is also 5-star as well. And it does have like good good or I guess how do you say it? Like I think one of them, yeah. Its range attack, it's kind of good as well. 10 times 10 times 250 times 400. That's also really good. But most of the time you'll want Barbatos to be going in to do damage and not use some of these range abilities, because I think some of these is either Barbatos had to be at a range or at a certain range between it and the enemies, and also it's what's it called? It's how do you explain it? Like it's solar sunshine. That thing is that thing I think is untargetable. Yeah, that thing I think is not that one, but yeah, this one. I think that one is untargetable. But in my opinion, Barbatos should be there tanking if possible, because you'll want it to you want to take advantage of its final final defense, or the enemy should be attacking him while he is in the iframe. So, and what else? But however, I do think that there's some advantage compared to that orb attack compared to Solar Sunshine or the one that New Galahad has. Mainly because I think this one also dealt electric damage. Therefore, if the opponent doesn't have full immunity, this skill can potentially use to be stun or to be paralyzed stunning the enemies, making them not be able to move while your teammate are doing some damage. So there's some advantage to that, and of course, having a move like that is also not bad. Even though it is untargetable, it is still not bad at all. So, but I do think that I don't know, its damage come from its melee attack, as you can see. A lot of multi hits from its melee attack. It's actually also very good with the hammer to lower the enemy's action or the action gauge. So it's also pretty good. But overall it's still not bad. But I'd have to say a lot of these skills are copy and paste from some other mecha. Just buff and also apply some the electric damage. It's always good to have some electric damage other than beams, because the electric can apply paralysis effect, which can be pretty good in PvP settings. So, its actions, I don't really want to get into each of them because they are not, again, similarly to its chassis, they're not that special. A lot of them are also copy and paste from copy and paste or I guess combined together from some other mecha. But I do have to say that most of these skills does have a lot of, especially that kick one. A lot of the skill does have a lot of multi hits. That means combine it with skills such as or combining with parts such as hammers can be pretty good. Can be pretty good on him as for PvP as well. But I do think for more survivability, you still really want to go for Claw. So you have some sustainability, because it doesn't really have that much sustainability. So, well, he does have some issue recovery, but it only happens when enemies dies. But when is that gonna come in handy, right? Especially when your team is dying. So, but yeah. Nothing that special. It's I think it's ult or X ult does use his weapons when when finishing its combo, which is pretty good. But also this also means you probably want the weapon upgrade as well. You kind of want the weapon upgrade, which makes it more expensive. Which is another. I mean, it's good, right? It's like, although having an action that ends with that is really, really good. It does damage, it does CC, it's even more iframe, right? It's even more iframe. However, it also makes it more expensive, right? Now you kind of need to get the weapon as well for it to be, the best. Oh yeah, I think it's his ult. Yeah, It's ult. Uses that at the end of the action. It's great, but it's also bad, kind of, because you also need weapons. I would say you don't really need the chassis or the second chassis. However, you might as well have it, right? You might as well have it for that actual final damage dealt. It can be pretty good. So, but yeah. Overall, what's it called? Overall, yeah. Even back in NC, I remember it was not that special because a lot of his kids are just what's it called? I don't know. It's a little bit disappointing, right? And you expect a mecha like this will be more cheaper, cheaper compared to some other mecha today. Like, what mecha is cheap today? See, most mecha nowadays, like Zulong, Barbatos, or not Barbatos, Zulong, Rebellion. Even Liavating in some aspect, all of them can be usable at 7-star or even 6-star, or even 6-star in some cases. But Barbatos is the only one that require you, or not, it doesn't require you, but it kind of wants you to go for 8-star, which is another, you know, incentive that people might not go for Barbatos, because, I mean, again, it's not a bad mecha, by all means. You have everything that a mecha today needs. You know, a lot of iframe, a lot of multi hits, a lot of damage, some CC abilities. It just lacks some sustain, but it lacks gimmick, and yeah, it lacks gimmick. It's the thing that I want to say. It lacks gimmick. It really just does. But yeah, but you know, for those who likes Barbatos design and who does decide to build it, it is not bad. Yeah, by all means, it is not bad at all. Yeah, by all means, it is not bad. So Rebellion is better than Barbatos, right? In a PvP setting, Barbatos is better. However, the thing about Rebellion is, see, Rebellion have a gimmick that whenever it changes weapon, it gains, you know, 1.2% more attack. This makes it do. This make Rebellion does huge damage because they stack on top of each other, right? They stack on top of each other, making it do humongous damage to anything. Like anything in PvP and PvE, that can just do a lot of damage. Its little, you know, extra HP is not as good as obviously the 36% final damage. You know, the 36% final damage reduction, but because Rebellion have that gimmick that make it do so much damage, it kind of makes it more useful. Wait, in PvP, obviously, Barbatos is better than Rebellion, but in PvE setting, Rebellion is like 20 Barbatos combined, probably. So, yeah. However, I don't want to bash on Barbatos too much. Again, it is still a very good mecha. It is still a very good mecha, because I want to repeat this because I don't want people to think that, oh, Barbatos is garbage. It is not garbage. It is not garbage by all means. It's just when you know, well, a lot of top players will say Barbatos is garbage. They even say Barbatos is Garbatos, as in garbage Barbatos. However, again, I really want to say it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It only lacks gimmicks. It just lacks gimmicks that makes it, you know, a step forward, I guess. But yeah. Alright, so, let me see. Let me answer some questions. I will get into build of this, but let me just answer some questions. So, A-star is a little bit expensive compared to some newer. Yeah, exactly. A-star is really a bummer for this. If this makes it a 7-star, then I might even recommend people to pull for it, because, you know, it's 7-star, you only need 3 copies, you Saz it, you get a battle pass of it, and you're done, right? Kind of. But the thing is, you know, it kind of needs A-star, so it just better add specialists. I want to say it's best because, you know, again, this doesn't activate on clone summon, so it's not really, you know, anti-add, I guess. Barbatos or Loyalty, which one's better? I wouldn't recommend rolling for both of them, because Loyalty needs 10-star, right? That's expensive, and it might get outdated soon. Barbatos is only good in PvP, or good in PvP, as in, like, you know, it's good, but it's not the best, right? Good in PvP. It's obviously better than Loyalty in PvP. However, you know, compared to some other mecha that's coming out later, it might not be as good. So I would say to save. Yeah, I might actually tell you to save if you want to choose between them. Barbatos requires A-star and actual meta pilot. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. However, I'm gonna go into builds. I wish. Yeah, I'm gonna get into some builds. So, you know what? Hold on. I don't have Barbatos in my account. So I'm gonna hold on. Yeah, 1 second. I'm gonna go on my other account. So yeah, just 1 second. So let me get into another account, right? So let's get into Barbatos. I don't want to say that. Yeah, I don't want to say how this person built Barbatos. This person actually put on snow. That's interesting though. That's very interesting. Alright, let me check this out. So this person put on hydraulics, which yep. I would say hydraulics is pretty good on it. Claw, okay, that's pretty good. Emergency detach, not bad at all. Which, I haven't tested Barbatos in the actual battle, right? I never tested Barbatos in the actual battle. I don't know if this, is really the best option on it, because it does not take that much damage, right, from its final defense decrease. But maybe that final defense is not enough to make it, take that less damage to a point where it won't activate emergency detach. So, Firm Seal obviously, 2 armor obviously as well for longer battles. But I do think if you combine it with liquidated armor, it can make it pretty much almost unkillable at the start of the battle, because you just have so many final damage received reductions. So if you want to go for survivability, obviously you can go for liquidated armor. But tilted armor is overall you won't go wrong with tilted armor. You won't go wrong with tilted armor. For the pets, obviously Steel Mantle will never go wrong. And I would say you can even go for Virgo for even more, or for the liquidated effect, right? Where you won't take damage at the start of the battle. Pisek, I think you can also go for, just in case if you got hit during your off iframe times. However, you already have a lot of final defense decrease, so I don't really think you really need this pet, especially when this pet just negated its entirety of its chassis, kind of. So I don't think this really matters that much, right? So yeah, Steel Mantle I think is always the best, unless you're going for Fork, right? If you're going for Fork, then maybe you can go for GM01. And if you're not using the co-pilot skill that is a board guy where it makes you anti-knockdown, then you will probably want to go for GA29. And for the defense, you can probably go for Revive if your pilot doesn't have a Revive. Merlin actually uses Icy or Snow Awaken, because Snow Awaken does give you a Revive, which is something that Barbatos would need. Yeah, I would say Barbatos definitely need a Revive, especially with what it has, with its, a lot of skill, or especially for the second chassis where you kind of need for it to survive for a while. So, kind of need it, right? And of course, Snow covers, or as long as the pilot covers the Revive, right? Like, let's say if you're using, the Becas on it. As long as the pilots cover the Revive part, then you can use some other, co-pilot skills. This person uses the board guy, which is pretty good, I think, especially with his build. But again, if you already have anti-knockdown somewhere, you can go for something else. Something else that can be pretty good for PvP as well. Like, you can even put on Firm Seal, like something, or that you even put on Tendency and replace your armor with Tuning Fork. So that would also be pretty good. So that should be it about the builds. You don't want to use it in PvE. I mean, there are people who use it in PvE, but they don't use it to do damage. They use it for the start of the battle. Barbatos will absorb the 9% final defense. This only works for boss that doesn't, this only works for boss that doesn't come out after, that doesn't come out later. That doesn't come out, after a little bit. This only works for boss that appears right away, right? So some people that does use that to get that extra final defense minus from the enemy. Again, but the thing is, you might as well use Hraesvelgr, right? You might as well use Hraesvelgr. Why would you not use Hraesvelgr and use Barbatos, right? So yeah. So that should be it about Barbatos. If I missed anything, I'll obviously put it down in the pinned comments. But yeah, this build is probably I will go for Barbatos too. Yeah, not bad at all. For the pilots, he uses Icey, which is another thing I want to say about Icey is that her last skill, the Cold Blade, might be pretty good on Barbatos as well. Because Barbatos have a lot of multi-hits. That means the Cold Blade can dish out additional damage as well as dish out more cease control as well for more damage. That's why I think Snow might be the best pilot on her right now. So, well, I do think there's a lot of other pilots that can also be pretty good. I would say Inoue might be pretty good as well. Yeah, Inoue might be pretty good as well because Inoue have not Inoue. How do you say her name again? Inoue, Inoue, the what's it called, the Justice Machina pilot, because by default he have 40 something%, or like he basically have a lot of final defense when he's not using an action. Combine that final defense with Barbatos' final defense, then it can just not take that much damage off iframe. So that's pretty good. I wouldn't say a mecha that, or I won't say a pilot that spams iframe would be, of course, any pilot that spams action cooldowns would be good on any melee mecha, but I wouldn't say it is necessary for Barbatos. Just put on a lot of mecha that, or just put on a lot of pilots that reduces final defense. Again, yeah, just final defense, since its chassis is final defense, you might as well just focus on final defense, right? Focus final defense on everything final defense. Just make it not take that much damage when his off iframe might be the best way to go for Barbatos. If you want to go for, oh my god, I'm gonna chain a lot of iframe, right? Then what's the point, kind of? Because we can do that with even Rebellion, right? You can do that with Rebellion, you can do that with any mecha. The thing about Barbatos is the final defense, so you might as well focus final defense on Barbatos. Or you can just go for, more generalist route where you Snow, because Snow does multi hits, Snow had the revive, just have everything set for Barbatos for it to perform in the battlefield. So yeah, I would say Barbatos might be pretty good in, actually never mind, because let's say Barbatos, right? Let's say Barbatos come out in 6v6 later in the back, right? It can apply final defense on the Mecha S stage at the moment, but the new Mecha that come out will not be affected by the final defense decrease. So, I guess so. Also, by the way, I wouldn't suggest you guys to roll multiple of Barbatos, because I don't think this chassis stacks. So, I don't think it stacks for the enemy. Therefore, I don't think you should get multiple Barbatos. So, yeah. So let's say if you want to use your Barbatos in limited, I don't think it's wise to use this to minus their final defense by 1. So yeah, so I think that covers about everything for Barbatos. Another thing is that it's for its X ult, it does have a force grab on its action, but again, I don't think it grab at the beginning. Therefore, it might be harder to hit on an enemy. So, and its counter is also not bad, because I don't think its counter is a grab. When it gets attacked, its counter teleport onto the enemy to do the punch, which is not bad at all. And you can use it to apply more hits and apply more hammer hits as well. So, alright, so let me read some comments. So, Baron Awaken, yeah. We use him for funnels. Yeah, lower than Horus, but at least Barbatos doesn't survive the whole fun. That's true, that's kind of true. Yeah, that's so true. Oh my god, that's I think that's a jab at Barbatos' survivability. So, do you like mecha that looks like animals or fantasy creatures? Both is pretty cool. Both pretty good. Color case soon, one day. Alright, so that should be it for Barbatos. Let's get into its let's get into the new Pilot Awakens. So let me get off the thing as well, and hold on. Yeah. Also, yeah, give us a to showcase. Alright, so let's start with, let's go to its where is, there you go. Alright, so let's go into my account and let's go into the Planet Awakens for the things. So Planets Awaken. Oh Jesus. So Planets Awaken. It's fine. I don't have any of them. Okay, so it's Natsumi and Icey, right? So let me just get into let me just go to their thing. So let's start with Icey because I think because he's a collab Mecha, and I think Icey. Okay, as a character, I think Icey is more popular because she came out of collab. But I gotta say though, Natsumi beats Icey in pretty much all aspect in terms of their viability. But Icey is still not too bad. Just just wait for my analysis. So. Alright, so its new first active skill. Reconstruct the oh Jesus Christ, hold on. Probably gonna make it not. I mean, you guys already have the game, so you guys can probably see it. But I'm just gonna make it bigger. Yeah, Ice is pretty pretty. Yeah. Reconstruct the pilot until with the crystal, the unit is unable to move during a period, but meanwhile it gains immunity to damage and heal 10% HP as well as shorten its action cooldown. Jesus Christ! Stop moving around. I couldn't read that fast. Yeah, by 10%. Effect expires by 5%. By 5 seconds. So I see. Okay, this skill is. How do you say? It's good. It's obviously better than whatever it has before. It's more defensive. Obviously, it kind of give her an extra life with the that the 50% HP increase. Okay, well, given that if she doesn't die before she uses her active skills, and also the action cooldown, by 10%. It only happens for 5 seconds, so that means it will heal 50% HP and also regenerate 50% active, action cooldown. It's not something too special, I would say, but again, in a PvP setting, it might make a difference between life and death, mainly for the HP regenerations, right? So, and it'll be especially good if she able to use it, when she's dying, kind of. So that'd be pretty good. If I remember correctly, that immobilization doesn't work at the start of the battle. Yeah, okay, now it works, but back then it doesn't work at all. Like there's like a still move during it, which I think that's how it should be. Yeah, I think it should have been moving while it is in that state. That it should be moving while doing the damage with his special effect, while healing and while doing action damage. I think that'll be the best. I think that actually fits her more. I think so. But I mean, still, this skill might be the one that I would suggest you to skip compared to other of her skills. So, alright. So now for her second skill, I think this is the one that you definitely want to upgrade. So, render the shield unbreakable with direct damage. Upon receiving damage, notify the damage and heals 9%, as well as increase self final attack and defense by 9%. Interval activate 4 seconds, and it can only activate up to 4 times throughout the battle. So, really good skill. In notified damage, it can in notified damage basically give you kind of. It's not exactly iframe, but it just makes you not take damage, and of course heal, which give you some sustainability, and it also stack final attack and final defense, which is pretty good in pretty much every mode of the game. This skill is definitely one I think you should increase because it is pretty good. However, the downside of this skill is that it can only activate up to 4 times. I mean, obviously the final attack and final defense will stack, and it's the reason why it can only activate up to 4 times, because if you can stack your final defense and final attack infinitely, that will be pretty broken. However, it is still a pretty good skill, but it just, why only 4 times? Why doesn't he make it where it can activate the skill infinitely, but the final attack and final defense can stack up to 4 times? Why limited this skill to only activate 4 times? It kind of, yeah, I think the whole Icey Awaken kind of fails here, because if only this skills can activate multiple times, then Icey will be pretty good in pretty much in forever, I guess. Yeah, in most cases. However, the limitation on the skills are just I really wish this skill the limitation isn't there, but it is what it is. I mean, I will even call to action, to suggest, to suggest the dev to take out this activation, to take out the activation limit and make it where only the final attack and final defense will stack to a certain period of time. Then it won't be too broken and can still activate its very unique skill that have, you know, the skill. Well, I mean, technically it does have a lingering skill where, you know, shield wouldn't break by direct damage. But the thing is, it's so specific. There's no mecha at EN right now that, you know, that spams shield. I mean, you know, maybe in the future, right? But in the future, so many mecha that is better than Icey Awaken have already came out. So what's the point of using Icey just so it won't break the shield, right? It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, it's a bummer, I guess. It's a bummer. I really wish it have no limitation on this. But it is still a skill that you should upgrade, mainly for the final attack and final defense stack. That will never really go wrong. You can even use this on Barbatos, maybe, you know, for the final defense stacks. So, but the thing is, Barbatos doesn't, you know, Barbatos shield I think goes away after a while, so it doesn't really matter for this unbreaking shield. But you know, that's just someone for you. I don't know why they have a limitation on the shield when it's supposed to be forever. It will make Solomon so much better. It will make Solomon so much better if their shield can just linger forever and will regenerate every, you know, 21 seconds. So, alright, so now shield disturbance. Once every 6 seconds melee attack, break the enemy's shield barrier, force field, and additionally damage. It will send the target's action cooldown by 15%. This is really good skills. However, again, similar to the reason why the first skill is bad. I mean, this one doesn't have a limitation. It is once every 6 seconds. Why once every 6 seconds? Why couldn't it just be 20% chance of doing that? Because so many of her skills lags behind a certain cooldown or certain the limitations. This skill is very good in, you know, or this skill will be really good in a meta where everyone is spamming force field, because it did came out in the future meta where people start spamming force field because there's a lot of new range mechas that's coming in. But the thing is, at the moment, who is using shield? Who is using shield? Who is using shield? Is she supposed to be fighting against the Barbatos shield? But the thing is, the Barbatos shield wouldn't matter when there's no range unit at the moment. So what's the point of the skills, right? At the moment, or I mean, and let's say it's good during, you know, let's say the skill will be good during a shield meta. But why once every 6 seconds? Yeah, why once every 6 seconds? And what if she attacks the enemy, activates the skills, reducing their actions cooldown by 15%, and then they use a shield? Then for the whole 6 seconds, she won't be able to break the shield immediately, and that shield can already regenerate the time where, you know, the time where it was down. So I don't know, man. It's like, why is there a cooldown on this? Why is there a cooldown thing and not a chance where every 30 seconds, or, you know, every 50% chance she will break the shield? I think that would be so much better. I think it'll be so much better, or just so much better overall. However, the skill that makes the enemy target's, you know, action cooldown reduced by 50%, that is pretty good. You know, that skill is good in any kind of meta, right? Anything that can reduce enemies' action cooldown is pretty good, because action cooldown is the lifeblood of any mecha, right? Anything to screw with that, it's great. So yeah, it's good, but just come on, we need a buff on Icey. You know, Icey needs some love, I swear. Alright, so last skill, active upon receiving damage within 1.5 seconds. What's called? That exceeding 15% of its max HP, shatter all nearby bullets and nullify damage attack received, and plus 50% defense for 4 seconds, as well as release heavy attack upon enemy. Now this skill is also really good, and again, it is also freaking kind of locked behind with the 6 second cooldown. Like, why? Like just why? So anyway, this is pretty good. One of the craziest thing it does is it nullifies damage. Damage received. I'm not sure if this is any translation error here or if there's any bug here. If it nullifies damage for 4 seconds, then that's pretty good. But in EN, I think after the nerf, she can only do it for 2 seconds. She used to be able to do that for 10 seconds, but that's a whole new story, which I'll get into in a bit. But for now, this skill is pretty good. You know, in order for damage, either 2 seconds or 1 second is pretty good. You know, especially in the meta where where there's so much, you know, melee mecha nowadays. It's a pretty good skill to have, right? It's must have. It's the first skill that you want to, you know, it's the first skill that you want to increase for Icey, right? And of course, you know, the Shatter All Bullets that was used to anti-Horace Valkyrie at the time, but because Ian right now doesn't really have any mecha that really spams anything, you know, spams any bullets, therefore it doesn't really matter about this. So yeah, but the thing, fourth skill is still, you know, fourth skill is also the one that you want to level up because it's really, really good. Again, why the 6 second cooldown? Why can't it be 3 second, or why can't it be, you know, upon damage 30% chance for this to happen? She is such a good pilot. It's just so many of her great skills locked behind a cooldown, especially for skill 2. Skill 2 shouldn't have an activation limit. Skill 2 just shouldn't have an activation limit. Make it activate once every 6 seconds and make there's a cap on the final damage and final defense cap increase. After that, I think she's pretty balanced, especially, you know, compared to some other crazy pilots at the time, right? So yeah, every second, yeah, see, yeah, they don't want Collab Mecha to be competitive. Yeah, probably, but the thing is, you know, it's Icey, right? A lot of people love Icey, you know, a lot of people like the Icey characters, and it can also prevent people from divorcing Icey, you know, 20 times over, right? It's time for Get to collab again, huh? Yeah, soon. Which I will probably get into after I talk about the thing. Alright, so my suggestions for the stacks, or for the point stack is obviously fourth skill first. Fourth skill, nullify melee damage into this melee meta, it's pretty good. There's also no activation, you know, up, you know, limits. And same thing for the second skill, you know, reducing target's action cooldown is pretty good. The second skill is also good. It's one that'll increase. However, you know, I put it in third because it does have an activation limit. So, and of course, the last one I will upgrade is her active skill, because she doesn't really have any lingering effect with this skill compared to some other awakens. She kind of, it's like, there's not much about this one, right? If you want to regenerate ability, there's so many other skills that can, you know, help you regenerate. So yeah, but yeah, so overall, Icey is good, I think, but the thing is, she could have been so much better. She could have been so much better if there's no dumb limitation on her, and I think she will still be pretty balanced without the activation limit. Like, again, why, you know, I mean, okay, let's say you do the 6 second, that's fine, right? 6 seconds is fine, but make her second skill also only have a 6 second cooldown. Just make the attack and defense stack to a limit. Then she'll be perfectly fine, right? Then she'll be perfectly fine. There's no reason why she can only activate that thing for a second, right? Do they not know how to code that in or something? I don't know. But, you know, it is what it is. If you do plan to awaken Icey, she'll definitely be usable. You know, she'll definitely be usable, especially if someone is still using Horace Valkyrie, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, she'll definitely be usable, but compared to some other mecha, or compared to some other awaken, let's say Snow Awaken, right? You probably want to go for Snow Awaken first, then Icey Awaken, right? A lot of things Icey have also is pretty counter, it's used to counter certain things, right? Counter shield, counter bullets. She is pretty good at that kind of. But you know, again, she does have the cooldown, so you know, who knows, right? So but yeah, anyway, not bad at all. I don't want to get into her last skill one more time though. So last skill so a lot of people probably heard about her nerf in NC. So back then, her fourth skill actually gave her melee damage immunity for an entire 10 second, right? 10 second of melee immunity. Basically, in a meta where there's only melee, she will not take any damage. So this make her immediately the top tier pilot because she just won't take any, because she just won't take any melee damage. But the thing is, like, got nerfed for 2 seconds, so her usage immediately dropped by like 90% or something. So yeah, it's kind of that's kind of So yeah, but still a fun fact though, because in the unseen description, it said that it only make her immune to melee damage for a short time. However, the short time is 10 seconds in the eyes of the dev or something. So, you can ask the recommended pilot for Awaken for PvP. Okay, I'll get into that. Yeah, I'll get into that after I talk about. Yeah, after I finish talk about Icey. Yeah. So, and Icey, for the pilots, actually, I don't think she's that. I don't think Icey is that that picky about Mecha. Just make sure she's using a melee mecha and she'll be fine. And preferably a mecha that can spam shield. Let's say Barbatos. But I feel like Barbatos is probably better with Snow instead of, Icey. So, or maybe some other pilot. Alright, so, can I ask you recommended for pilots for Awaken for PvP? So, Awaken for PvP. Let me go into all the pilots Awaken right now for Ian, right? I'm gonna get into Natsumi after I talk about this thing, so. Also, you want to say some other things. So, just 4 activations, so limit. Yeah, the limit really just screwed everything else up, man. And yeah, every second will be pretty good too. Yeah, even then, I don't think it'll be, unbalanced, right? It'll definitely not be unbalanced. Alright, so for PvP Awakens, right, if you want to go for a full Awaken team, right now, I think it's Becca's, Carl, Snow, and Riona, probably. Yeah, Riona, Carl, Snow, and Becca's, I think are the 4 best PvP players right now. Again, the usage, a lot of people use Guni, a lot of people use Teresa, a lot of people use Hongshaoyi, a lot of people use Natsumi even. Still, but in my opinion, right, for generalist build, I will go for Becca's, Snow, Icey, and Riona. Why? Both Snow and Becca's have a revive, and Snow have a defense slot, Becca's also have a defense slot, making these two covers everything, right? Both of them are generalists. They can do anything they want. And can build them however you want. You have so much freedom on making them to do this or to do that. So these two are definitely the top pick. Carl, the reason why I choose her is because she technically she don't have a revive. However, she have the ability to not die immediately. She have a safety net. Yeah, she have a safety net that if her mecha drop below 3%, she will gain a lot of cool ability. Life steal. She'll gain she'll gain life steal. She'll gain immunity. She'll get the attack and defense increase. Therefore, I choose Carl over other units. Other mecha like such as Teresa, even Slowkai or Gunivet, they have gimmicks. Where if they get attacked, they'll stun the enemy for a little bit, and some can revive. However, I don't think they're as safe as say using Carl, because Carl does have the safety net. I think that's pretty important. In any PvP standards. Riona, I put it in just because I don't really know which other one that I would really use, because Riona can't have a skill that does shed a black hole that can be pretty good at countering bullets, and she does have good CC abilities that can kind of ice the enemies, and also can also take their aggro. So I definitely think Riona is also pretty good into this meta. To be honest, Riona can also be replaced by Teresa, Guni, Slowkai, something. But overall, yeah, because Snow, Carl, and maybe the other one can be Ashima. Ashima is all-time favorite PvP pilot. So yeah, Guni, yeah, okay, yeah. So the community says so. Guni probably works. Yeah. So yeah, Nancy just suffering from dying first. True, yeah, true. What about Future Awaken? Future Awaken, that is a whole new. Okay, Future Awaken. Okay, actually, yeah, Future Awaken. There's a big four. Yeah, Future Awaken. There's a big four, which I'll get into. Goonie works. Yeah, I'll talk about that. We are now late this time. Yeah, welcome. Which is better for PvP? Labating, Xiaoyu or Natsumi? I think Natsumi, because Natsumi have more sustainability. Hong Xiaoyu is also good, but I don't know if she has as much sustainability compared to Natsumi. Therefore, I will go for Natsumi most of the time. Alright, so hold on. Let me answer the person's question about the Future Awakens, right? So, Future Awakens, there's a big four. Yeah, there's a big four for Future Awakens. But the thing is, they will come in different times, so I don't think it matters that much on, on the thing. But let me just get into that real quick. So Future Awaken, there's a big four. The big four is Matilda, Byron, Melulu, and what was it? And hold on. Yeah, Byron, Matilda, Melulu, and Pythia. Oh, Pythia. But Pythia is not really awakened. So let me check. So if you go to Awaken, right? So Awaken. Oh my god, hold on. What's going on with my internet? Okay, well, hold on. Alright, hold on. So, okay, so let me go to Awaken, right? So, Awaken, oh god, I've almost all of it. So, Byron, Matilda, Melulu, and Shino. Yeah, Shino, Melulu, Byron, and Matilda is the big four, I think. The big four, or given that if you're not using a ranged unit. If you're using a ranged unit, then you will probably want to add on Teresa for Dream Guardian. You'll probably also want to add Uncharted for Marshall, or some other one. But generally, you want to use Pythia. Pythia, you want to use Pythia along with Byron, Matilda, and Melulu Awaken. So, yeah. I mean, we will see though, because in another news, right? Yeah. In other news, her Awaken is coming soon. So where is it? Her Awaken is coming soon. I'll make a post about it in a little bit. So maybe she'll be the new meta melee pilots. Considering Matilda is really good, right? Where's she? That new I forgot her name again. So do I have a skin on her? Hold on. Where is she? There you go. Her Awaken is coming soon, so maybe she will become a very good, like a very good melee pilot or a very good PvP pilot because she is pretty good even before, like a while ago, I think, even before the Awakens, or like a long time ago, when she was meta, so we'll see. Then we'll see. Alright, so let's go to Natsumi. Y'all waited for a while. So Natsumi. Where's Natsumi? Natsumi. So Natsumi. Let's go into her skills. So her. Oh my god, pretty. Now so first active skill, heals 50% immediately and gains. Oh my god. And gains additional effect. When an enemy is afflicted with burning effect, heals 5% HP for itself. Effect will redefine. Oh my god, why did they name it so weirdly? Will redefine every 2 seconds. Activate once per battle. So basically, 50% HP. That's already kind of the same with Icey Awaken, right? But the difference is she can move as well. She can move while she also while she heals the 50%. And of course, when enemy is afflicted with burning, heals 5% HP to itself. That's pretty awesome. This kind of made this skill made it sustain so much better. Compared to even compared to even compared to that of Hong Xiaoyu even, because I think Hong Xiaoyu only gains absorb effect when an enemy is burning and when she's doing damage. But the thing is, as long as there's a burning enemy on the field, she can, she can heal, 5 seconds to her HP. So, pretty good. And of course, this is a lingering effect. Therefore, her active skill is also kind of a passive because after you use it, she will gain that effect, which is pretty good. Again, so obviously this skill is already better than her original. Yeah, it's just pretty awesome. And then second skill, let me go back. So also, let me tell me if you guys experience any lag, because on my LBS right now there's crazy things going on right now. So gains immunity to burning effect upon receiving damage, and upon receiving damage, the last damage earlier will be affected with fixed fire deflected damage and receive burning effect and ignore default resistance. Now that's pretty important. The opponents will receive burning, basically it will receive burning effect that ignores debuff resistance, forcing a burning effect. Now guess what that happens, right? Because they're burning, her active skill can activate, and if you're using Hong Xiaoyu on the team as well, she can also do something either by that either deal more damage to the enemy. Also, also she can and also I think she can also gain the sustainability from the burning as well. This skill can also buff any skills that were so basically, how Lina, right? Lina have a skill that can deal more damage if the opponents are afflicted with status effect. Now, because let's say you're using this skill in PvE, right? The boss are immune to everything. However, this skill this skill will go through the immunity, make the boss burn. Therefore, Lila will do so much more damage to the boss because she gains the attack from the boss being inflicted by burn effect. This skill is pretty good, especially honestly for both PvP and PvE. This skill is pretty important to have. So, and if you want to, and obviously if you want to, right, you could pair her, you could pair this skill with skills such as Lila's, or with Lila Hila, or with some other punish or skills that will do more damage if the opponents are inflicted with status effect. Because again, this skill is pretty good. Anything that ignores debuff resistance are good in both PvP and PvE. So, but yeah, really good skill. And of course, it immune to his burning effect, but it can be pretty good into this meta where where Zulong, but I don't think Zulong is even used that much anymore. But it is still a good thing to have if the enemy is still using Zulong or Divatine. So, alright, so now Fire Dance. Fire Dance once every that was cool. Once every oh my god, this one's long. Once every 10 seconds, Natsumi release her Fire Flower, dealing massive damage upon nearby enemies and heal 10% HP. Damage skill would increase skills. Oh my god, move down. This one is skill. Upon first activation, Natsumi's defense and defense stat increase by 30% and render itself. Oh my god. I wish I could read faster because I don't have the Divicans, so I couldn't just do ignore 30%. Basically just ignore 30% enemies defense stats. This skill is also pretty good because she basically gains a 30% defense, 30% defense and also 30% chance and also 30% immunity to their defense stat after 10 seconds of the battle. And of course, she also release a Fire Flower that damage nearby enemy and heal 10%. Now that's pretty good and all, right? But this kind of comes with a problem a little bit because I think this skill is both this skill and her first skill are count as regenerate per second. Therefore, I don't think they stack. So I think there's a chance that they will cancel out each other. Like let's say let's say when she uses that skill, right? And you deal fire damage onto the enemy. At the same time, her first active skill activate. I think they don't stack at all. Yeah, I don't think they stack because they are not, you know, the same thing. However, you know, this skill does activate every 10 seconds, so the chance of them overlapping with each other is not that high. But you know, just something to look out of. You know, where if she is using her fire flower, at the same time, where she can activate her active skill, that active skill passive, the heal will not stack. But it's still a very good. It's still a very good sustainability. Any pretty much infinite HP regeneration are good source of HP or of sustainability, which is something that you do need into this meta. Alright, so now last one, Ember. So Ember applies an additional effect. Fire blast one often non-ice. Oh my god. Fire blast once per non-ice attack. Activation 6 seconds. For each activation effect, increase unit's final damage dealt by 7%. By 7% for the rest of the battle, up to 4 stack. Okay, so this skill looks pretty awesome, right? This skill looks pretty awesome. Increased final damage dealt. So probably good in PvE, right? And you're right. So this skill okay, how broken is this skill, right? How broken is this skill? So how to explain it, right? This skill is not 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. This skill is also not, this skill is not like okay, how do you say? This skill is more like 7, or the 7% added onto the 7%, added onto the 7%. Okay, so yeah, 7% added onto the 7%, added onto the previous attack gain, and basically does that 4 times. Therefore, a good calculation for this one will be 7 times 8 times 8 times 9. Therefore, it will, I think it does, or 7 plus 8 plus 8 plus 9. So basically, it will gain a whole 36%, 36% final attack increase. Now that's insane. That's more final defense than Lyoma's initial, battle skill. So this instantly makes her OP in PvE, because she just gained this, 36%, final damage increase. And of course, the fire blast upon non-fire hits. Does that sound familiar? It's kind of similar to the thing where, it's kind of similar to the skill of the what's it called again? The fire blasting sword. And again, the fire blasting sword is pretty good on, or something is better than, or it's better than what's it called? It's better than hyper beam in some fire mecha because the fire mecha just does so much damage to a point, or just does so much more hits to a point where the blast can out damage that 20% final damage increase. And of course, she has skills that make the boss that basically ignore immunity and make the boss take the burning effect. This, everything combined together make her also pretty awesome in what's called in PvE as well, and not just in PvP, and not just in PvP. So yeah, this skill is definitely it's scary. It's freaking scary. So if you guys wonder why people are using Natsumi in PvE, this is the reason. She have a 36% final attack increase, plus a fire blast, plus a fire thing plus fire, plus burning effect that go through immunity, that could be beneficial for the teammates, and of course sustainability, so she doesn't die against the boss. So, holy shit! Sorry for cursing. Everything stacked together make her so much better than probably not so much better, but make her better than literally Hong Xiaoyi. Yeah, she's probably better than Hong Xiaoyi as like a fire, that's a fire mecha, or that's a fire focused pilot. So and the thing is, right, she doesn't have to be on on a fire. Yeah, she doesn't have to be on a fire mecha. She can be on any mecha because a lot of her skills doesn't require her to be on a fire mecha. So, you know, you can use her on pretty much most things. So, you know, pretty awesome. The enemy, because, you know, the enemy had to be, you know, a lot of enemy had to be burning for her skill to work, right? But the thing is, her skills, a lot of her skill already apply burning by itself, so she doesn't need fire. She doesn't need to be on a fire mecha. Therefore, amazing. Again, amazing. For those who's picking between Hong Xiaoyu and Natsumi, I highly recommend getting Natsumi first. Like in NC right now, right? In NC, the reason why people the reason why people even awaken Hong Xiaoyu is for the batteries, so she can do more. So yeah, so basically they will sacrifice Hong Xiaoyu at the beginning of the battle, make all fire damage make enemy take more fire damage, and then she will die for Natsumi to come up there for her to do the huge damage onto the boss. So yeah, the thing is, you know, if you're going for that, then obviously you'll want to go for Hong Xiaoyu and, you know, and Natsumi both. But the thing is, if you want to just go for a fire focus or a fire awakened pilots, or even just any awakened pilots, Natsumi will just be amazing. Yeah, Natsumi will just be awesome. So yeah, so Kyodera just, it's awesome. Yeah, I don't know what to say, man. It's just really, really good. Hello, welcome, yeah, welcome, Janet, welcome. Okay, so I saw a lot of questions. I'm gonna answer after I finish about, you know, Natsumi. So, for her skill order, right? For her skill order, it's a little bit more hard to focus. Oh, hello, welcome. Okay, so, for her skill order, right? I'll probably go for 4th skill first. Yeah, 4th skill first, obviously. Well, this will mean she is kind of expensive as well. Yeah, 4th skill first. Probably go for, okay, yeah, this is a little bit hard now. Okay, so, okay, yeah, this is a little bit tough to choose because all of her skills are not bad. Yeah, all of her skills are not bad at all. Yeah, 4th skill first, probably. And then I'll probably go for. Ooh, this is difficult. Yeah, this is difficult. Yeah, because all of her skills is really, really good. So I don't know what what to do. But I would say it's up to preference. Yeah, I would say it's up to preference then. Holy shoot, this skill this pilot is good. Yeah, 4th skill first. Probably 3rd, because the 3rd skill will be pretty good in PvE as well, because, you know, she ignores the 30%, you know, the enemy's defense stats. So 4th, 3rd, now probably receiving damage followed by yeah, okay, I would probably go for but the sustain is also good. Okay, 4, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, I'll go for Ember first, then Dance of Fire, then Pyro Elf, then Fire Penetration. Because I think you don't need to. I don't think you need to max the 2nd skill for her to gain the, you know, for her to gain the immunity to fire, and she can still, you know, do the fire footed, you know, onto the enemy, ignoring the debuff. But I would say it's up to preference, right? I would say it's up to preference. If your builds can already sustain her pretty well, then you probably don't need her active skill, right? But if your builds doesn't have much sustain, then you probably want Pirate Stealth more. Therefore, I think, yeah, Ember, Dance of Fire, Pyro Elf, and then Fire Penetration. Of course, I don't have too much experience on her, so it's up to preference on what you want to max first. So, but yeah, again, she is awesome. She is an awesome pilot to have as for both PvP and PvE, and you don't let her fire thing, you know, don't let her fire thing that deceive you. You don't need a fire mecha for her to work. You don't need a fire mecha for her to, you know, do a lot of damage as well. So you don't even need the enemy to be. I mean, yeah, because she already give the burning. So yeah. So Natsumi, highly recommend. Highly recommend. I would say she kind of lacks a little bit of like those heavy hitter defensive skills, right? Things like entire like things like a revive, right? A revive will be pretty good on her, but that will be up to your builds, right? That'll be up to your builds and something to compensate with her. Like she's really good at sustaining, but she doesn't have much defensive ability, right? So I think this also kind of ties into her builds or her builds order. So you probably want to have her on a mecha that, I mean, I think she works for both tanks and DPS and a glass cannon, but your builds will be focused on the builds will be focusing on her survivability. So I would say the best things for her is that she's on a mecha that can do a lot of damage because she can she have the 36% final damage increase. And then your builds can make her survive, and she can also sustain herself. You don't need to put out any skill that can regenerate her because she can already does it by herself. Yeah, so basically, yeah, use builds to keep her alive. And her skill can keep her alive, more than enough. And the mecha can be doing the damage because she have a lot of offensive ability as well. So this is probably what I would go for, but again, it's up to you. She is pretty free. You can do whatever that you want with her. So yeah, pretty awesome. So I think that's it for Natsumi. So yeah, if you choose between her and Hong Xiaoyu, definitely her. Yeah, definitely her first, and then Hong Xiaoyu. But she actually works really well with Hong Xiaoyu as well in PvE because Hong Xiaoyu can do the funnel, so Natsumi can do a lot of damage. So usually she and Hong Xiaoyu are used in conjunction. Yeah, they are used in conjunction with each other. So alright, so now let me answer all the questions. So yeah, let me answer all the questions. So thanks. Makes Vatican kind of great again. Yeah. Okay, so that's great. So Fire is OP on PvP right now, right? I won't say it's OP, but there are Zonhu is always a good PvP mecha for PvE, right? For PvP, right? Which one is better? Pilots for PvP, Linda or the Black Knight? Probably the Black Knight. Yeah, Linda is good, but she lacks defensive abilities. So. Yeah, hello, welcome. So Teresa and Natsumi, which one is better at PvE? Natsumi, by a long shot. Yeah, Natsumi by a long shot. Yeah, Natsumi by a long shot. Natsumi. You're not gonna, I don't think you can beat the 36% final damage increase. Yeah, that thing you can't really outdo that, right? So, people put her on things like just as Magenta, right? People literally put her on just Magenta for her to do more damage. And if you have other fire mecha, then that's even better, right? She can even she can start doing even more damage, right? So yeah. Alright, is there anything else? Again, if I missed anything, I'll definitely put it down in her or in the pinned comments and in the description. So I wonder if other collab pilots like Gridman and Ultraman is gonna come to global version. I would say when they can get the copyright things, because right now, yeah, the copyright things, I don't think they can do it. So, because Netflix and stuff like that. So. Alright, so I don't know. I think I covered everything for today. Yeah, I covered Barbatos. So if you're here for Barbatos, just rewind a little bit. I was talking about Barbatos there. I also went over the builds and the pilot choice. So if you wanna know about that, and of course I will talk about Icey. So just rewind a little bit, and you should be able to see it. So. And of course, this stream will always be up. So if you know someone who might also need help on Natsumi, on Icey, on Barbatos, just tell them to watch this video. So yeah, this stream will always be up on my channel. And of course, if you miss any, or if you want to know any questions And if you have a chance to ask here, you can always ask me in our Discord. So, but yeah, what else I want to say? So, I still kind of feel bad for the two things that I talk about today. So, Barbatos. Man, if only Barbatos have some kind of gimmicks, then Barbatos would be so good. Like, Barbatos, like, I think her second chassis should be a gimmick that can, that can work well with her final, with her final, with her final defense increase with her first chassis. I think that would be very, very useful. But I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they're thinking at all. So, maybe I should talk about the Barbatos boss, right? So for the Barbatos boss, for those who doesn't know, right? So Barbatos boss. So, no, not Rebellion. So for Barbatos boss, right? So one of the things you don't want to do is that, as I talked about before, Barbatos chassis make him heal, every time a unit dies. Therefore, you don't want to use any team that can die, because you just heal 30%, and you'll need another gem or another stamina in order to kill Barbatos. So yeah, definitely don't use any team that that enemy can die. So and yeah, I would say that's about it that you want to watch out for. I do have a team ready that you want to use it. Yeah, if you want to use my team, feel free to use it. 6,000 people already use it. Oh god. But yeah, so if you want to use it, this is a team here. I will actually suggest you to not use your own team, because just in case if it die, you don't want to use it. If you want to stay stamina, just use my team like for 3 or 4 days, and you should be able to kill it. Yeah, you should be able to kill it if you use my team for 3 or 4 days, and you should be fine. So, and again, this also goes to that so don't just use random. Yeah, don't use random teams. No, don't use teams that you don't know about, because some of these teams might not be the best on dealing with the boss. I mean, these 3 are the names that you want to go for. Obviously, YuYuBunny, because I will usually have a team out by at least the first 30 minutes on a team that can work. And the other 2 can also do. Of course, Lactation will always be, should be always, but do give them about 1 hour for them to figure out how to deal with the boss, because we might not have the best team right away. That does take time to to build. So, but don't just use anyone at number 1, right? Don't just use anyone. Yeah, don't just use random people at number 1. They might not be the best, and you'll just be wasting your stamina and your gems. So, yeah. So co-pilot, who should we go for? Natsumi. Who should we... Oh, wait, hold on. What does Natsumi have again? I want to. I just want to know. Hold on. So, what does Natsumi have again? Let me check. Natsumi have, actually, yeah, I can go for their co-pilot skill as well. So for Icey, yeah, Icey, another reason why Icey is not that great compared to Natsumi is because she don't have a defense. Why does she have a defense? I don't get it. I mean, having tech is already fine, kind of, like, or tech, I mean, it's fine, but defense! If only she have defense, she can be even better. But for Natsumi, right? So let me go to Natsumi. I don't think I have Natsumi awakened yet. So let me go down and let me check. Natsumi, where's Natsumi? Natsumi. And again, feel free to ask me any questions. I'll answer them right away. Oh my god, where's my Natsumi? Natsumi. Hold on. Where's my Natsumi? Where is she? I wish you can see who they're using, right? Before... Oh, there you go. Kind of have awakened. Oh, god. Okay, if Homer is only used on Linda, right? Then just use, Greta. Yeah, Greta. Where's Greta? Yeah, Greta. For PV... Yeah, okay. This is for PvP, right? Yeah, wait, no, this is for PvE. Yeah, for PvE, you want to go for Greta. For PV, yeah. But for PvP, right? You want to go for anything defense. Like a revive is what I would go for Natsumi if you want to go for PvP. But for PvE, you want to go for Greta. If your Greta is on someone else as well, then you want to go for Perfectionism. That is Judith or Victoria. So yeah, final defense for PV for final attack for PVE and a revive for PvP. So yeah. Oh, and also what's it called? If my team is not doing as good, definitely tell me as well, so I can make it do better. So, because sometimes there might be some changes to the team, making it not the best. Alright, oh well, in some of the news, right? So, some of the news, there's an event right now with Dante. If you guys want to know more about Dante, I have a video on Dante in my channel, so if you guys want to check it out, oh, actually, hold on. Let's see if I win or not. I won! Oh, I won! Oh my god! I went against the the majority, and I won. So right now, right, Ian have the Ian or NC have a cool thing right now. Is where you guess a team. You guess who will win, right? You guess who will win, and I got the first one right. I went with the I went with the masses. I got it right. For the second one, I went with the masses. I did not get it right. However, now after carefully examining the teams, I actually got it right this time, and I put on the whole bet onto him. Therefore, I got 100 coins from this guy, and let's see what happens. So, let's go. Actually, this is the Ultraman one. Oof, just if only Ian have it as well. So, but yeah, I went to masses because I saw that their tank don't have firm seal. Yeah, their tank don't have firm seal. Therefore I know that their tank is gonna die immediately or die very soon. And then they'll be focused on the range, and the range will die. So let's see what happens. Yeah, as I expected, for both our team or for both of our tanks, right? That they're both still doing pretty good, I think. Well, unless your tank also have a they also have a firm seal, then maybe not. So, man, Ultraman's the Ultraman's effect is so cool. There you go. Yeah, so for my understanding, right? You see how so for this pilot on the first Ultraman had firm steel on him, and he also have the memory metal. So I think that this is pretty good. And the second one also have a firm steel, which is also pretty good. But for this one, right? He doesn't have a firm seal right here. He doesn't have a firm seal. Only the range have it. Therefore, I guess that this team and end up winning. So it's pretty awesome. And by winning this, you can actually get some pretty good rewards here. Yeah, you can get some tickets, then get some good stuff. Yeah. So there's also some other things going on here. I haven't really done much about it. Oh, this is Dante's skin, actually. Yeah, Dante's. Oh, wait, is this a new pet? Okay, so this is a new pet. So when you have a short time melee every 3 seconds will absorb target's 4% HP into self HP. Wait, this is a new sustain. Okay, this looks pretty good then. This skill can make any sword like any mecha with a sword have some type of sustainability. It does have a 3-second cooldown, however. It sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. And we can get it for free from the event, so that's pretty awesome. Honestly, every pet we've been getting from the event are not bad at all, man. Good on them, good on them for giving us good pets. Yeah, good on them. So, so new player isn't locked from having good pet, like, oh, I got a paint job. So new player isn't stuck with having to 3 freaking badge for the for Mantis, right? So yeah, not bad at all. Alright. Also, let me switch music as well. And again, I'll probably call it days soon, so just doing some daily stuff, just make sure, you know, that everything is ready, so I can, because I didn't do anything, because I've been forgetting about it, so. Also, yeah, the mission honestly is coming soon, so, you know, again, our guild always have room, even if it seems full, our guild still have a room that will just kick some randoms, so, you know, feel free to join us, that'll be pretty good, so. Also, I think there's also a new change in the, what's it called, in the, yeah, I think there's also new changes in what's it called, in what's it called, oh, I haven't finished, yeah, I haven't finished Dante boss yet. I need to do all of that today. So, I'm gonna finish all of this. I'm just gonna be here just waiting for you guys, like, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm just gonna be here finishing up all the daily stuff, and then, you know, I'll call it a day, so. Yeah. Q&A time, and you guys can also see what I do, you know, for NC, right? Like, the daily for NC. Oh, corporate rewards. So, corporate is in NC, and we do get some rewards for that. Also, yeah, let me change some music, so. Alright, I probably want to go for the event, but let me do some. Yeah, let me do the boat. The boat. Let's see how far I can do it. Ow. I wonder if they improved that as well. Ouch. I hope today is informative for you guys. I hope I got everything down as well. Again, if I'm missing anything, right, I will always, you know, comment. I'll add it in the comments and description, and then inform me if I miss anything too. So, I'm just finish all of this and see how this goes. I wonder if it gets harder and harder and harder. Ow. My health. I think I can actually die in this. Yeah, I think definitely get harder. Oh, wow. Oh my god, my health. There you go. I wonder if there's a high score too. Okay, we get some gems for doing this though. That's not bad actually. It's kind of silly, but you know, I think it is some fun addition. Oh my god, that's a big there. I hate driving games, yeah. I mean, it's also good that they're experimenting with, you know, with new things as well. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Oh my god, I got stuck. There you go. Oh my god, I almost died. Okay, this name is called Watch Out, like care for safety. So I'm gonna assume it's gonna be very hard. Ow! Oh my god, I can't even go into the hole. I got stuck again. Oh my god, it goes back. Oh my god, so was a bait all along. Okay, there's so much bait in this one too. Ow. Oh shoot. I almost died. I'm surprised I made it. Oh my god. I think this is the last one. No, it's not the last one. Oh wait, we get the thing though. Okay, yeah. I'm probably gonna make a video about this one. If there's anything special. So, I assume this is gonna be the hardest one. I'm gonna go for this one because I think the other one's a bait. Yeah, it's a bait. Yeah, I knew it. Ow. Flying boat. Stuck again. Oh shoot! Oh, but the thing is, but the thing is in there though. Oh, got him! Awesome. I hope this is the last one. I hope 100 gems. Okay, we got a lot of gems from that though. So not bad at all. Not bad at all. Alright, so that's that. Flying boat. Actually, hold on. Yeah, let's check that out as well. But hold on. Let me finish everything first, just so I don't miss anything before reset. Because reset is in 20 minutes for NC. So I'm gonna use whoever the top team is. See how they do, let's see how they do, let's see how they do. Man, Dante, I'm definitely gonna make a video on Dante sometime soon as well, because I'm definitely rolling for Dante, yeah, definitely rolling for Dante. Can't wait, can't wait, can't wait. And you know, if you guys could, please consider, you know, liking and subscribing, that would really help. So yeah. Wow, we peaked at 22 viewers, man, today. Nice, nice, nice. Thank you all so much for being here, buddy. Thank you all so much. Wait, seems like this one got it. I'm not even gonna activate any other active skill, because whenever we activate an active skill, it kind of just, you know, kind of screw things up. Awesome! Dante! Oh wait, no, that's Rebellion. Great. Okay, hold on. Because this is on stream right now, right? Let me try to roll something. Yeah, let me try to roll something, because I'm probably gonna be rolling them anyway. So, but first of all, let me try to finish everything for the daily first. I don't want to get caught without finishing some dailies. Have I only used 50%? Have I only really used 50% things? Oh, we're actually gonna get a bot that give us something. Alright, well, let's Children's Day. I'm probably gonna buy some Children's Day skin as well. Yeah, I'm probably gonna use yeah, you know what? Let's get it. Oh, I want this skin. I want... It's kinda cool. Chicken. I think I already have a skin for her, so I'm probably gonna skip it. This is pretty cute too. Yeah, screw it, I'm just gonna buy probably all of them too. Ta-da! Oh, I can buy this with the coins. Awesome. I think that's it. I don't really want any other ones. I mean, probably Slokai and Matilda. Maybe later though, yeah. Maybe later, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna get them as well. $200 gems, awesome. Why is there so much exclamation marks? Have I not finished something else? Alright. Let's do 2 of the missions here, so I can do the dailies. 20, right? So it's 3 times. So let me just do it 3 times. Should be pretty fast though. The boss is just one Dante. The Dante is actually pretty tough. And now it's gone. Probably should add in, oh, you know what? I don't know why I'm autoing, why I can just do it myself. Go on! Come again, so I can finish the missions. I'm so glad that they added like the skip to functions. There you go. That one was fast. Alright, so now I should be good on my dailies, I think. I got the pet I want. No, I didn't. Probably should have just done this. I just done the 2. Whatever. Let me grab the... Skip tickets, doot. 15 minutes until reset for unsee. Just make sure, oh god, yeah, I need this, obviously. Again, for those who don't know, there is one all the way down here, yeah, there's one all the way down. I don't know why they hide it so, you know, I don't know why they hide it so much there. I'm gonna roll probably, once on Dante and see what happens. Nothing. Can I go again? No. I didn't know what Natsumi. I agree. It's fine. I would. Oh wait, hold on. Epic Mateo. Wait, were you? Are you Warren? Or are you Merlin? Yeah. I'm Melinda. Welcome. But yeah, Natsumi is really good. Yeah, Natsumi. I think in top. I mean, well, again, yeah, she works well along with Hong Xiaoyu. But yeah, Natsumi is really good. Yeah, Natsumi for both PvP and PvE. I locked it, right? Yeah. Alright, let me roll once again on Dante. Come on, Dante, come home. No. Guess I can go for again using my gems. Jesus Christ. One more time. I'm probably gonna save my other one on skin, so. Oh, I got one! Awesome! Alright, that's one. Stream up. The 30 roll for one. That's not bad at all. Yeah, 30 rolls for one. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna use rest to probably get the skins then. You know, why not? Yeah. Matilda. We got the Slokai. We got the. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like this one because she's giving us a bomb apple. I think that's pretty cute. I think. And I don't know what she's doing here. Yes, I think it's 90 rolls or 100 rolls. I forgot exactly what it is, but somewhere along that line. That means 20k gems is guarantee a mecha. I think 20k gems for Ian is guarantee a mecha because that's 100 rolls, right? That should guarantee a mecha. So. Yeah, probably. Memphis. Do I have a skin for her? I don't have a skin for her, so might as well then. Yeah, so that should be it. Probably gonna save more to just get the rest, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, the bomb. Yeah, the bomb. The bomb apple one's kind of funny. So, can you reset Wiccan pilots? Yes, as long as you don't get over level 80%, level 80, you can use the ticket here. So, at the same place in Ian, right? If you go to Wiccan shop, right? You can use here, yeah. Use this ticket, you should be able to, reset a Wiccan pilot. You need to do this first and then use, your your hard card to do it. So. Like 10 minutes until NC reset. So let me just again make sure I get everything done for today, and then let's see what we should guess for the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go past NC reset, right? And then I'm gonna got everything down. Got everything down. Oh yeah, the new Dear Soccer trophy. I'm just gonna make a video on it soon. I don't have a video on showcasing it, but yeah, I'm gonna make a video on it of the build test and stuff. Also do need the thing. Probably gonna redeem it. Yeah, probably gonna redeem them soon too. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Anything I haven't done to it? Oh yeah, that's right. This one. So now there's a lot of there's some changes onto the thing, so it is pretty cool though. Pet. I don't know if I should go. Mephisto. The other two have no popularity. Both of them are kind of garbage. Honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna go for this one, man. Yeah, this one obviously, because you have a firm steel on, I think. There's still this one, and yeah, probably this too. And then probably this one then. Yeah, it does, yeah. It gives back the awakened currency, so you can use the currency to get more, of the, you can use the currency to get more of the things, so that's good. To get more of the, to get other materials, basically. I think only for the material part though, like only for the, the special material part, you might get a disc and stuff back as usual, so. Yeah. Choose this one. Hey, would Natsumi be great on Ultra, do you think? Or is either shell only counter is either shell only counter from either shell is counter for everything, yeah. Each shell is a counter for everything pretty much. Because either shell are supposed to ignore everything, so yeah, and that will include from almost anything, yeah, almost everything. I think there's still things that you couldn't deal with, but yeah, almost everything. And what else? Just gonna use, I don't know what to use. But yeah, and Natsumi will be good on, Natsumi can be good on every single mecha, I think, yeah. Natsumi can be good on every mecha. But I would say that for PvP, yeah, obviously, but in PvE though, you want to use Natsumi purely on the DPS, yeah. You want Natsumi on the DPS purely in PvE, but in PvP, yeah, you can use her on Ultra if you want to, yeah. I think she's gonna be pretty good on it too, yeah. I think there's a lot of sustainability that she can do. Gosh, can I finish it? Because it's 6 minutes until reset to Monday. So just to finish it ASAP. Hurry, 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 hurry! Let's go, let's go! Lose, win, lose, win. I'm probably gonna just claim it. If this goes on too long, or I kind of hope we just lose, so we can get it twice. I guess. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! Kill, 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 kill. It's not better than Ryoma PvE. I would say depending on the team setups, right? Or on the co-pilots. Let's say if your team has Lila or something like that, right? Something that will gain attack if the enemy is burning or at a or in a status effect. Then I would say Natsumi is better. But Ryoma, I think, is for a longer battle. Ryoma, I think, is still better because that 4 skill does get its attack up. I mean, well, if you can get its SP up though, then and for a long time, then probably Ryoma can still do more damage, but it's too hard to say. I mean, yeah, it's too hard to say, right? Because she does also ignore the pilot's 30% defense stat. So I would test it out. I think it's safer to use. Yeah, I think it's safer to use Natsumi because you don't need to worry about the SP. So that free up your co-pilot skill on. Actually, yeah, hold on. Yeah, I think Natsumi is better because Natsumi have access to attack co-pilot skill. Therefore, on top of the 36%, you can add Greta or you can add Perfectionism for almost 60% final damage increase. Yeah, Natsumi, I would say, is better than Ryoma because just pure 60% final damage increase is insane. Therefore, yeah, Natsumi better than Ryoma, I would say. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I forgot about the co-pilot slot because Ryoma doesn't have an attack slot, I think. So, having an attack slot is such a good thing, and Linda kind of cheats with the Linda kind of cheats with the Hongu stuff, but yeah, but that's about it. I think the only one better than I think the only one that's better than Natsumi are maybe Elaine. If the mecha have a lot of actions for it, or have a lot of actions and weapons for it to gain the attack. I think that's it. But Natsumi, I think overall is still there. Yeah. So Natsumi is yeah. Alright, so I guess we finally have a pilot that beats Ryoma on the thing though. Yeah, not bad at all. I'm probably gonna record this part just to tell you how good Natsumi is. So yeah. Can you tier list a weapon pilot in PvP in EN? I can try, but again, a lot of them are situational, I think. So, what I think is the best might not be, the best in some. I can only say, okay, because how do I say? I don't know. Maybe a pilot tier list in general, maybe. Because just the weekend pilots, because a lot of them are good in different situations, I think. Yeah, a lot of them heavily dependent on. Yeah, I mean, well, if it's a tier list about generalistic weekend pilot tier list, then probably I can do one. But that's about it. But I can try my best. Yeah, I can try my best. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's so hard. Oh my god. I don't want to win that much because it's 1 minute until NC reset. It's almost 12 PM today. Yeah. I also want to see the new guessing game, right? The new guessing game thing, and see what the team is as well. So hold on, I'm gonna change the music again. Alright, so 1 more minute until it ends. So I'm just gonna claim it. I'm just gonna claim it because I don't have enough time. I'm gonna I'm gonna go in again because I didn't do it last time. I'm gonna choose this, choose that, choose random stuff, choose this, 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 choose this. Oh my god, stop, let me... And pet. No, it doesn't let me, no! I was so... yeah, GG. I want to go in and claim the box, but I didn't do it in time, so now life sucks. Oh, there you go. Claim? Oh, thank you! 0! Okay. Now it reset. So, now it reset, so I'm gonna, oh, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna, restart the game. Which awakened pilot Neon is the best for Shingeki Dragon, except Becca's? Carl, I think? Carl, I think is really good because Carl have a safety net. It'll give the thing that can give the... It can give more sustain to Shingeki Dragon 2, so... yeah. So... Probably... But the thing is, Shingeki Dragon... In Ian at the moment, I probably put it on Ashima maybe. I mean, Ashima is on... That's on Zonhu though, so... Probably... Goonie, you can probably do that on... Also, I don't know. Hongwen running is good in SUG. Yeah, probably that, yeah, just... Whatever Kiwi said, yeah. Whatever Kiwi, because I'm not using Shingeki Dragon, even in Ian anymore, so... I'm not too familiar. Okay, so... Let's see what is a new, what does a new thing give? So at 0 wins, what do we get? Jesus Christ, stop. Alright, so for so for NC, what does a 0 wins give? Excuse me? Really? Alright, screw it. Alright, 0 wins give me 50 gems now. Yeah, 0 wins give me 50 gems now. It's crazy because I think if you go to 4 wins, you can break even now. So also don't tell this to anyone. Yeah, keep it between us in this live stream. We don't want. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, okay. See, we get a net positive from 6 wins, right? Therefore, technically, it's an infinite gem farm. Because you can just pay 150 gems to go into the battle, but don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone in that. Don't post it in the official Discord. Don't post it anywhere. Keep it between us, so the dev doesn't find this out and fix this, right? Because people are gonna be farming gems with this every weekend. So, keep it between us, right? Keep it between us. And secondly, yeah. So, Brawl is technically an infinite gem farm now. So. Oh, we can still go in? Actually, hold on, yeah. I'm gonna see how far I can go with this, and see, because it seems like we can keep on going. Or maybe what's today? Okay, so the new team. Okay, so 2 new teams for today is what's it called? What's the thing called again? Your Grace Yomer Saga and Magenta Justice versus Shingeki Dragon Retrofit and Okat and what's it called? And Dream Guardian. Who will win? That's an interesting thing. Now that's very interesting now. I'm leaning towards Dream Guardian and Shingeki Dragon. Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards. Because okay, but at the same time, Dream Guardian doesn't have a burst pilot. So, how good would Dream Guardian be without a burst pilot that can kill them instantly? Because what if Shingeki Dragon get killed by both of them instantly? So, I'm gonna go for Dream Guardian. And Shingeki Dragon. I wanna see what happens. Yeah, I'm interested in one, because this is a disgusting setup where, Shingeki Dragon versus things. So I'm gonna guess this one. Oh, I'm the third guy who gets to this one. But fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. So they don't have a shield. They don't have a shield, and we won. Yeah, we won. They don't have a shield, so they might die, pretty easily. So, alright. So is anything? Oh, 2v2 is the 2v2 is the thing now. Yay! Alright. Okay. So I'm at 111. Probably gonna go in. Just get some daily stuff. Touched my friend. Can I get another roll on the on Dante? I'm at 8 tickets. Whatever. Yeah, screw it. I don't want this stream to be too long, so. Well, I think that's about it. I'll update you guys on if Brock can give you infinite gems by just keep on playing it. But it's something that seems possible. Yeah? It's something that seems possible. So, because I think you break even at 4 wins. So, yeah. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here. Again, if I miss anything, I'll be commenting down. I'll be coming down on below. I will also timestamp it probably a few hours after the live streams. And of course, if you couldn't ask me live, if you couldn't ask me any questions live, you can always ask me, in our Discord. So, goodbye. Oh, this should be so fun.